Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another strategies, tactics, and video. The Duelist GP event, and we have some interesting tracks for the weekend. Of course, we have Suzuka, where it's going to be really interesting, and probably a lot of points dropping there. But well, before going talking about strategies, let's go and see some details of the GP, and off then we go to our seven indeed, tracks that we will be racing. The Duelists event: Jamie Hunt, Niki Lauda, Gilles Villeneuve, Mario Andretti, and oh, sorry about this. This is what I'm going to be. But also, Yuki Tsunoda and Fernando Alonso boosted with 20%. Don't forget, this is huge. 20%, it's a huge boost in our drivers or any asset. It's almost like it's between 2 and 4 upgrades levels, depending on the driver. If the driver upgrades, every upgrade gives him 3 points. It's a 4 level bump when it's 60 or 50. It's between 3 and 4 levels higher our drivers. So yeah, it's huge. It's huge and makes a lot of difference. Okay, let's see our tracks. Suzuka wet race both times. Okay, Silverstone with no rain. Finally, we will be racing in a dry weather in Silverstone. Spielberg, Austria, Barcelona, Zandvoort, Austin, and Montreal, and yeah, back to Suzuka for a wet race. No high temperatures, so no need to keep an eye on our tires. And yeah, let's go and see one by one our races, starting with Suzuka. Wet race in Suzuka, as I said, if we can do one pit stop, it's great. Well, for us that we will be using Alonso, it's impossible. We need to go 2 pit stops. But if you have drivers with high tire management, yeah, use something like Tsar, or even if you don't have Tsar, think about Palm or Frost or something that can help you go do a one pit strategy. It's going to be very, very fast. Next one. Dry race in Silverstone. Okay. In Silverstone, if you remember, we were racing always in a wet race, and I said one pit strategy, even if we run out of tires. Now it's a different case. It's a dry race, and not at the moment, it's an 8 lap race. For me, for mediums, it's a faraway dream, and I don't know if it's fast enough. Okay. My bet here is on a 2 pit strategy. And with Eagle, basically, if you have Eagle, and if you have Eagle, you might be able to do all 3 stints with softs. And I'm talking basically about the 3 lap stints. Okay. If you ask me, for most of the tracks we have, it doesn't matter if you are racing in junior, challenger, contender, or champion. Most of the tracks will go with the same strategy. Most of the tracks, not all of the tracks. Some tracks have a difference. Low tires are a two-pit strategy, and high tires, because of big tire management, goes with one pit stop and it's faster. But in many cases, and I believe, like in Montreal, okay, and I believe it's going to be the same here in Silverstone. It's faster to go for a two-pit strategy than one-pit strategy. But okay, it remains to be seen when and if we can do 4 laps with mediums. Forget 4 laps with hards. So two-pit strategy for those of you with low tire management, 3-3 medium and 2 laps. Oh, sorry, 2 laps with softs. But if you have a little bit better tire management and with the help of Eagle, you can do a 3-3-2 all softs. Or if you are afraid, and basically if you are afraid of your tire management, 3-3-2 all softs is the best way to go because the first 2 stints are shorter. We don't go up to the finish line, we enter the pit stop, so it's a few meters less to do in that with that tire in that stint. Now, if you want to go mirroring strategies, so you don't stack your drivers, that means 3-3-2 and 2-3-3. Yeah, if you have issues with your tire management, last stint with medium, first 2 stints with softs, and I believe you will be okay. But in any case, as I always say, you know your drivers, you know the tire management of your drivers. Pick depending, thinking the ability of the drivers you are going to use. Okay, next one is Austria. Here, it's one of the tracks that maybe we would like to go different strategies if we are in junior, challenger, maybe contender, and in the highest contender drivers and in champions probably we would go with one pit strategy. But again, if I don't test it, I'm not going to propose it to you. I'm not going to suggest, oh yeah, go with this. I want to test it and then, or I want to see it with my own eyes working and then tell you that you can use it. So at the moment, for me, this is a two-pit strategy. And by the way, let's not forget that when in tracks that we can go one pit for mediums, let's say, or here 5-5 mediums. If this is the track that we are going to use to try and go for the fastest lap, at least one of our drivers must go to pit strategy in order to use softs and get the fastest lap. So here, 4-3-3 and 3-3-4 for low tire management drivers, for the stint with 4 laps should be with mediums. If you get up to 55, 60 basically and above, then it starts to be doable for a lap, a stint with softs 4 laps. Okay, but again, you know your drivers, see the tire management you have. I believe above 60, yeah, 4 laps with softs are doable if it's the first stint. Okay, if it's the last stint, I believe we need more than 65 to We need more than 65 in order to do a fast in order to do 4 laps with softs. Our second track with 10 laps, which, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Stupid strategy. And probably it's going to be like this. I don't know if it's bigger than Austria, so I don't know if we can eventually do a one pit strategy here. At the moment, again, 2 pit strategies, of course, DRS, as you can see. And 4-3-3, 3-3-4, here it's more difficult to do 4 laps with shorts. Okay, it's much more difficult. It's a bigger track, so yeah. Probably it's 4 medium, 3 soft, 3 soft, or 3-3-4. Again, when we want mirroring, when we want to avoid pit stacking, we use mirroring strategies, so our drivers pit in different laps. Zandvoort. Okay, we are talking about lower tires and higher tires. Here, even in junior, oh no, in junior we did a 2 pit strategy in our beginnings, and then we thought about and we started using a 1 pit strategy. But basically, from challenger and above, it's a 1 pit strategy track, unless we're going to need to do a fast lap in Zandvoort. But if that's the case, else it's a 1 pit strategy for with mediums, the fastest way to race. Austin. Here is an example of whichever tire you are racing, it's the same strategy. Only the compound changes. It's 1 pit strategy, 3-3, and okay, it starts from 3-3 hard hard. It goes 3 medium hard, medium medium, soft medium, and then soft soft. Of course, soft soft even at the beginning of Challenger. So most of the harder compounds are for juniors and some low level Challenger drivers. And when we upgrade our Challenger drivers, it's a 3-3 soft soft race 100%. Of course, here DRS is, well, now that Hutch wants a boost from us, yeah, it's a hurricane, it's a thunder. Yeah, the DRS here, it's great. Okay, and 7th track we are racing. Montreal. I have told you more than enough times that I like here to go with a 2 pit strategy instead of one. You can go with 1 pit, but for me, a 2 pit strategy here is faster. So go for it. Of course, it's faster because we're using softs, we're using faster compounds. And another example of a fast lap track. It's one of the most common tracks that we are going to try for a fast lap. So when we do, we need to use softs. This means a 2 pit strategy. And talking about fast lap, the fastest lap, this week, in this GP this weekend, the fastest lap is the mother of fastest laps. As I told you on Wednesday, when we see Austria in the opening and final round, we don't need to think it twice. It's the track that gives us the fastest lap. The fastest of the fastest laps is in Austria. No other track is faster than the Red Bull Ring Arena, the Red Bull Ring. What do we do here? Okay, of course, two-pit strategy. Basically, if we can't go 4 laps with softs, probably we should go 3-3-4 and try on the we could try on the second lap. Okay. If we can go on the second lap and try for a fast lap. Else, it has to be the fifth lap, but it's very marginal because after the fifth lap, yeah, you will hit the traffic. So, yeah, it's either the second lap, it can be the third lap, but then good luck at doing the fourth lap with no tires. Well, and I'm saying this because if our driver is like me, my Alonso, which is the best driver to do the fastest lap this week in Challenger, um, yeah, it's an issue. He cannot do 4 laps with softs. Okay, if it's an easy race, which is probably the case, it's okay. We will do the last stint without any tires, but it's okay. We can manage that. We can handle that. The difference was huge. But if it's a neck-to-neck race, it's a close race, uh, then yeah, you have to think about what you're going to do. Probably the driver you're going to use for the fastest lap should go 3-3-4. Now, which driver should you use? The driver with the better defending. This is a defending and speed track. This means that we want the driver that we're using and has the best driver track stat. Here it's defending. We want him to be the one to give it a go for the fastest lap. So for me, it's going to be Alonso. I don't know. Depending on the drivers you are using, you have to choose. And that's an issue with me using Alonso for the fastest lap because he has terrible tire management stat. And yeah, I can't go 4 laps. If I could have a driver that could do 4 laps with softs and have the better defending, it would be the perfect choice for this to go. But now this is it. So yeah, choose the driver with a better defending and Vice as your boost. First choice Vice, second choice probably Tulip and then Rainbow, and of course last resort is going to be Warrior. By the way, here the DRS effectiveness is the 2, but when we go for a tire for the fastest lap, we activate the DRS and we use it. Okay, because it will give us some very valuable tenths of a second, probably tenths of a second, not hundreds of a second, probably tenths of a second, but it will give us, it will make a difference for the fastest lap. And we know how close the fastest lap times are. So for this race, if you are not using, if you usually don't use DRS, this time go for it because we need the fastest lap. Okay. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. So, I hope you found this video useful. I hope it will help you get the most points out of your setup and your drivers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and come back for the next video. Well, basically it's the next live stream, which is going to be the opening round of our event. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Good luck with your races. President, over and out.